What's going on, guys? Justin Woll here once again in another incredible YouTube video. In this specific video, I'm going to walk you guys through how marketing angles can really make or break your product and your offer. Marketing angles are the actual reason that someone will actually buy your product and the real hook as to why someone would ever be interested in the first place, guys. So be sure to throw a like in the video, subscribe to the channel as well, hit the notification bell and stay the entire time also, because this is going to really brush up your product research skills to make sure your hit rate is much higher and you know exactly how to sell each and every item. First and foremost, Ashwin, let me tell you, first and foremost, this is a phenomenal choice. Okay, so this product definitely meets the product research criteria. Not only does it make it more convenient, okay, not only is it high perceived value, but you're improving the quality of life. You're just making things easier. Okay, this product absolutely meets 3 pieces of product index at least. Okay, and moving forward, we have our benefits. Okay, this item right here is something that you can also say is a massive investment, and that's the major marketing angle that I would take here for this product, Ashwin, because as you know, there's a bunch of different marketing angles you could take. You can say, become an influencer, get higher CTR, whatnot. What you want to go ahead and do is you want to focus on the fact that this is going to make your ads, your videos, your marketing material kind of like, have steroids on them, right? They're enabling, it's enabling them to kind of be higher perceived value and enabling them to work better. So it's an investment. It's going to be making you money long-term, making the consumer money long-term. So when there's multiple angles that you can hit in a certain product, you never want to go ahead and really try to hit them all in once if there's so many of them that are kind of different. Okay. What you want to do here, and especially for a product like this, when there's multiple marketing angles, you want to focus on the best one. So to speak, the best one here is going to be the fact that, using this is going to make your ads do better. It's going to be an investment, and, you're going to have to buy it once, and then it'll help you make more money down the road. So you want to kind of hit the angle of this is investment, and this is going to make you money, because it will. This is an actually very, very, very good product from what I know of about it as well. And with that being said, okay, this absolutely has a ton of benefits that you could go ahead and list. And as you guys can see, okay, we're not like nitpicking here. Okay, we're not nitpicking, random things like, oh, it has multiple colors, which is making it unique, and that makes it so I can market it. No, we're not going and beating around the bush a million times to determine if the product is going through the system, if it has benefits, okay, or if there's any differentiation. Clearly, this item meets all of the above. Okay, and this is a phenomenal item to go ahead and market. And the reason I like it is because look how damn cheap it is as well, compared to what the result of the item will actually be. You always want to line those two up. Okay, line the results up with the price of your item. Is the result more valuable than those dollars in the consumer's pocket, so to speak, or is it the other way around? That's how you could go ahead and gauge the value proposition that your consumers going to be having going through their mind on a consistent basis. Whenever I'm looking at products, and the reason we're going so in depth on this, guys, is because there's such like a different mindset that I'll view and our students will view products on compared to what I see other people kind of, viewing products as, and, kind of breaking down the logic of certain products. And I want you guys to understand the very, very intricate and detailed response that I'm giving for every single product here, because each of these points is such a fine line for tuning your real skill in research of product research in e-commerce. And it's important for you guys to understand these little things. I don't want you just to, hear like, oh, Justin approves it. I'm going to go ahead and tune him out till we get to the next product to see if he approves it. I want you guys to be writing down the points that I'm stating right now. Remember, as I say, your success in this business model more than anything is based on volume and based on the fact that you are doing better than your competition when you create your assets and when you make dire decisions with certain products that you'll market or not market. So please be writing these things down and trying to understand these things on a very, very deep level as I try to, explain them on a deep level to you. Okay. Now, with that being said, okay, these items, absolutely, Chan. With these items right here, okay, we have certain items that are going to have the ability to increase perceived value, right? And certain items that are going to, kind of be perceived value. This item not only is a perceived value product because it has to do with, making you more money, but it's something that you're going to be able to kind of sell to someone and they'll be able to use it over and over and over again. So the longevity of them using the product is going to be long-term. Okay. It's important you guys understand that, because what you can incorporate inside of your actual marketing angle. So Ashwin, what I want you to say here is that this item's, obviously an amazing investment. You'll get better sales results, you get better KPI numbers if you're trying to sell things, but you'll also only have to buy it once. Okay. This is something that's going to be a long-term investment. And think about it. You spend $29 once, one product that you use this item with will make that money back and more. And then you do it for a second product and third product and fourth product and fifth product. You could think of this as a way to go ahead and spend a little bit of money and then flip that money over and over again. And that's the kind of aura you want to, kind of convey to your potential consumers here, Ashvin. Does that kind of make sense? There's a few kind of hidden criteria that I want you guys to understand here. So with items like this, right, most people who are going to be interested in buying a can opener probably already have one, right? People who are going to be getting hit with these ads who are in the cooking keywords, in the vegetable keywords, in the whatever keywords that we'll be targeting for this specific product, a lot of the people already have can openers. Okay. And a lot of the time when you're selling items on impulse, people are giving themselves 1.5 million reasons as to why they shouldn't buy the product as they're watching the ad. Okay. So imagine having on your shoulder a good angel and on the other shoulder, a bad angel. The good angel is saying, oh, this product is great. It does this and this, but the bad angel is bad for the business, because the bad angel is like, hey, you already have this product. You have this product, yes, this one's electric, but you already have this product. Right. So at the end of the day, similar things with mirrors as well. A lot of people will come up to me and show me a vanity mirror, right? A mirror with like a light on it or whatnot. And meanwhile, it's a good product, right? But a lot of the time, most people are going to be getting hit with the ads already have a mirror. And just because there's no light on the mirror, it's still a damn mirror. It still does the same thing. The result is still the same, right? And ultimately, something like this, it's not like a whole strain to kind of open the bottle, the can opener and whatnot. So what you want to think about here. So overall, for a general market and marketing it to certain, just cooking keywords, I would say this product doesn't pass just because of that reason I previously stated. It's because it's going to have a lot of pushback of people who, already own one, and there's not going to be a lot of people who want to buy it on impulse. But if you come out of the gate and you have a marketing angle, okay, and you market this as someone who has arthritis, okay, who's, because a lot of people, if you think about it, a lot of older people have arthritis, and majority of soup and can sales are from older people. Okay. And it just so happens that people who are older also have a higher percentage of arthritis, which means that if you go ahead and target arthritis keywords and use the suggestions tab to also target alternate keywords of other interests that are in the same market, pain, knee, joint pain, back pain, whatever. If you market this type of item to a lot of people in that market, okay, and you go ahead and alter the ad to old people only, and you alter the ad to people who have these types of joint issues, specifically knuckle and hand and wrist, right? Then it's a different story. So to the not well-versed marketer, they will go ahead and market this product. Oh, cooking, right? Cooking. I'll market to someone who loves vegetables. But to the well-versed marketer and to the BSF student, they will go ahead and see deeper down the product line as to who this item would sell to. Therefore, you'll be marketing to people who haven't been bombarded with the same product over and over again, with people who actually have a higher tendency to buy the product and have an emotional connection and a physical, logical reason to also buy the product. Okay. They might already have a can opener to open on, manually, but their joint pain is what's giving them the extra edge and the emotional and logical reason to buy this product. So Charles, do you see how on one side of the spectrum, it's an absolute no-go, and on the other side of the spectrum, it's an absolute go because of the way that we angles our product? Does that make sense, Charles? Right. And the main thing with this product is the high perceived value, right? That's the main thing. Right. Because our clientele here is going to be someone who doesn't want to walk into Bloomingdale's and spend $300 on one of them, right? So, and if you think about it, that's the majority of the people who are going to be buying from a Facebook ad anyway. Right. Okay. So the market share is there. Okay. And it makes sense. I love what you said. The one thing I want to say about this product is that the material, okay, in my opinion, it doesn't look the highest perceived value. Like the whole aura is there, right? It's definitely similar to the teddy bear coat. So this one right here is awesome, right? All of the points were absolutely correct. But the one thing is, a lot of the time when you sell clothing like this, that has to do with like fox fur or high perceived value material, almost all the time, you want to make sure like it just straight up looks expensive. And this one definitely does, but it also has a kind of aura, like it's, not extremely high perceived value, right? Like
Right.
it's kind of like just like the cheap fleece and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
This has a bit more of kind of,
Right.
texture to it. And that gives it a more high perceived value look. And if you compare it to like the actual coats on like these like Macy's and all these big sites of like Bloomingdale's, the ones that they're actually charging a lot of money for are the one with the texture like this
Mm-hmm.
and the ones with the buttons on it, right?
Okay.
So, and the ones that are kind of shaped like this. See how they are shaped
Mm-hmm.
differently? It kind of, this one has like a higher class feel to it.
Right.
This are the little differences that will play a part in the consistency in the testing phase.
Okay.
Being that you could get this product to certain consistency, but it would take a ton more money than something like this would take. And we like I said, I've showed you guys this multiple times. We've done over 40 grand in a day with this product multiple times. Right. And the whole thing is because the high perceived value, right? And the whole ideology is that this item does meet our criteria, but we want to get something a bit more polished, right? You never want to settle, right? You never want to settle. So if there's anything that is going to be a little bit more high perceived value in the apparel market, and the reason I'm kind of going so deep on the apparel market and the perceived value portion is because the apparel market revolves around perceived value, because it's all the same result, unless you got something like a ponytail beanie, right? This is making you warm and whatnot, but it's not like any real unique result. Therefore, your uniqueness lies in the quality and aesthetic look and appeal of the material, which is why this one's a better fit than this. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's almost the same exact color and almost say the same exact everything about this one. It's just this one looks more expensive.
Right. Yeah. I see what you're looking at. Yeah.
So, and the reason I brought this up, and the reason I'm saying, like I said, material so many times is because there's not many things to gauge shirts and coats and jackets and gloves and scarves on. Okay. Unless there's a functional difference rather than the material. So with items like this, you want to look at material and you want to go on websites like Bloomingdale's, like Macy's, type in the name of your product and sort by highest to lowest in terms of price point. This is a new tactic I've been doing because I realized if I just go out there and see what these big box 9-10 figure companies are selling out of, and I just do the same thing, my hit rate is ridiculously high. And you want to do the same thing. So that's how you want to go about it. And you want to find the highest perceived value item, find the cheapest possible one, price it at the most aggressive way possible, get consistency, get it created with better quality when you find consistency. Does that make sense, Blair?
Absolutely.
Here, this product is something that's very, very trendy. Because what was doing well before this came out of the woodworks was hair dye. Right. Yeah. The hair dye is sticky and no one likes it in their hair and it feels weird. Right. This is basically a refined version of the hair dye that's already been proven in the market. So definitely a very, very big fan of this item. Definitely meets, a lot of our pieces of product research criteria, right? It's definitely female dominated, improving confidence, right? Definitely unique as well. Okay. Now, overall, the way that this meets is just because we know of a previous hot market being hair dye. When you start to see an item like hair dye do well and then slowly but surely kind of die off, and then something like this emerge, that's a really great sign. Okay. So this is kind of already in a proven market that already has been kind of marinated with a more efficient product. So when that happens, this kind of could have a launch pad to go. So I'm absolutely a fan of this, my man. And this is something that should stay on your list, Casper. Great work here, man. This is an absolute phenomenal product that happens to be in an absolutely phenomenally growing market. Cryotherapy is huge right now. I actually got cryotherapy with Jared Getz like a few months ago. If you guys know him, it's basically you walk into like a big freezer with just like your shorts on, and for like 3 minutes straight, they put it to like negative, like 50 degrees or something like that. And it's like freezing and it like shocks your body and it makes you really, really, really refreshed and energetic. And this is kind of one on a portable factor, which is amazing. This is super, super cool, Mike. And as you can see, you have a ton of people who, would go ahead and do testimonials for it, which is great. This item is an absolute hit because it's literally already proven. You guys ever hear like Tiger Balm or that thing I showed you guys like 3 weeks ago that I was rolling on my neck because I was sore from working out? It was like, it's basically like icy hot. This is really cool. I love it. Meets all of our product index criteria, really improves quality of life, super convenient, improves confidence, the whole nine, right? So this thing is a hit, my man, in terms of joint pain, right? I've
Right.
made some of the biggest money I've made with drop shipping and joint pain with like braces. And people who have physical pain don't need to be sold. They're gonna just, oh, I need it. They want it already. Let me buy it. Let me buy it. Like, they're gonna be very, very eager to buy it. So, this is something that you don't really have to do much selling as well. But if you do, and you go the extra mile and make your variables really, really good, you could sell a whole lot of these, my man. One thing I'd recommend, you do is just go look on AliExpress. Look how many different items there are that all look completely different. They have gold serum, all this weird serum, all this different stuff, right? Okay. Now, with that being said, okay, I wouldn't recommend selling this specific one just because it's super, super saturated. There's a million of them out there that do the same thing, and they're all the same product with all the same result. It's been around for so long. There's no real differentiation to it. And, the content itself is a bit, blurry as well. Overall, it's a good product, but it's just been so beat so many times that it's probably not something that we want to market moving forward. So I recommend focusing on something a bit more diverse and differentiated and unique, if possible, Caleb, moving forward. The market that you're in is phenomenal. The market's great, but these specific products I'm not a fan of just because of how old they are, and there's not really any new innovation in this. I love the market, but I want you to look deeper for something that is more unique, because you got the market on point. This is the market that I'm like, this is my favorite market typically. Okay. But you always want to look for something unique in this market rather than something saturated in a huge market. Okay. So go back to the drawing board for this one and just try to find something a bit more in depth or unique that has to do with the same or a more refurbished result. Does that make sense, Caleb?
What's up, guys? Hopefully you enjoyed that incredible video, and now you have a better understanding of marketing angles and how to actually choose products because of the marketing angle that you can go ahead and provide to the clients. So it's important you understand every single point of marketing angling, because that's going to make or break your offer and also put your product in a better light to actually sell and be more worth it emotionally and logically for the consumer. Because remember, emotion and logic are the 2 points you must convey through your marketing angle to have the best chance at actually converting, guys. So be sure to leave a like in the video, subscribe to the channel as well, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.